Hey everyone, welcome to Fresh Library YouTube channel. So today in this class we are going to discuss about introduction of SQL and PL SQL and PL. Okay, by the end of this video, you are going to learn about what is SQL, what is PL, what is procedural and non-procedural language, uh, and what is Oracle, what is database, what are the applications of SQL and PLSQL, what are the applications of SQL and PLSQL. These all things we are going to cover in this class. Okay, so before proceeding into today's session, let's have an overview of our course content. Now I am going to share the our course content. So these are the topics we are going to cover in today's session and in upcoming sessions. So introduction of today in this session we are going to cover introduction to SQL and PLSQL. In upcoming sessions we are going to cover these file management systems, advantages, disadvantages, and all. Okay, so for a Telugu channel we have already covered this topic. Now we are going to cover this introduction part to SQL and PLSQL part in our English YouTube channel. Okay, so here and now I'm going to open the notepad. So here first we have to discuss about what is Oracle, and then we can go through SQL and PLSQL. Okay, first thing Oracle. So Oracle is what is Oracle? So we are going to learn about Oracle SQL or PLSQL only, right? So I am going to specify the operation for this. It is an Oracle is an object oriented relational database. Okay, object oriented relational database. Just for understanding purpose, I am writing here, and in our upcoming session we are going to learn in depth about this Oracle and SQL PLSQL. Okay, next first object oriented relational, sorry, relational database. Okay, so database is the keyword in SQL, that's why it is showing in blue color, and that too in capital letters. Okay, all are the terms which we are going to write in notepad. If the same words are same keywords which are going to use in SQL, then that kind of keywords will be represented in these capital letters. Okay, and that too mostly in blue color. Okay, next, first we need to discuss about SQL. What is SQL? As we know, SQL is a structured query language. Structured query language. Okay, next, so what is this SQL? What is this structured query language? First of all, we want to know about what is a query. Okay, what is an query? Query means if you go to any other programming language like Java, C++, Python. Okay, Then if you want to write the programs in that languages, then the kind of programs, the kind of structure will be called as an programs. That type of structure will be called as an programs. But in here, if you want to write the programs in SQL, those are called as an query. Those are called as an query. Okay. So and one more thing, it is a structured query language. Structure means proper format. Okay, we are going to write the program in a proper format. We are going to write the queries, data programs. So in uh, here we have to note that in SQL we can't write the programs. We will write only queries. But in PLSQL we will write the programs. That is the main difference between the SQL and PLSQL. SQL and PLSQL. Okay, so hence here we are not writing the queries I mean we are not writing the programs in SQL. So it is called as a non-procedural language or non-programming language. Non-procedural or non-programming language. And SQL is a completely query based language. Query based language, which we, in here we are going to write the queries instead of programs. We are going to write the queries. So each one every point I am going to write here. It is also called as non-procedural non-procedural language. Next, SQL is completely query based language, which we are here we are going to write the queries. Okay, what type of queries we are going to write here, I am going to specify in the example. And we are going to discuss about that kind of queries also, the type of queries and the type of keywords which are going to use in SQL. Okay, so the second point will be SQL is completely query based language. SQL is completely query based language. And the third point, this language is not supported programming features. So as we discussed in the starting, so in SQL we are unable to write the programs. We will not write the programs. Okay, we will write only queries. So this language is not support programming features. Give me a minute, guys. Programming features. So examples of these are, we can write the queries. We can write the queries by using select, update, insert, delete, etc. Okay, select, update, insert, delete, etc. These are the queries which we are going to use in SQL. we can write the we can write the queries. We can write the queries by using select select update update insert delete. 1 minute guys, I'm getting one call, sorry, from our company. So delete and etc. Next, so these are the queries which we are going to write in SQL. Select, update, insert, delete. Okay. Next, we discussed about non-procedural language. Okay, non-procedural language. What is non-procedural language? Which I am going to write here. Non-procedural language. So, if any programming language which is not okay, uh, if any programming language which will not support control structures and iteration control structures, then it is called as an non-procedural language. If any programming language which will not support control structures and iterational control structures and iterational control structures, those languages will be called as a non-procedural language. So what is control structures and what is iterational control structures, which we are going to discuss. Okay, first of all, if any computer, so remember guys here, if and any are came in capital letters automatically, because these are the terms which are we going to use in SQL. So the terms which are going to use in SQL, those will be called come in capital letters, are that too in blue colors. Okay. If any computer language, if you use normal words, then it will comes under black color only. But if we use any keywords which are going to use in SQL, then that will becomes under blue color. Okay. Language. If any computer language is not supported, control structures, and iteration control structure. Iteration control structure. That type of language is called as. So here I am going to represent this from next line. Is called as non-procedural language. Language. Okay. So if any computer language is not supported, control structures and iteration control structures, the type of language is called as a non-procedural language. So what are these control structures and what is iteration control structures? So examples of these control structures are control structures means the conditions we are like if and else, and iteration control structures means looping conditions in the sense of for loop, while loop, for loop and while loop. So here I'm writing the examples for this. Example: control success example for control success: if else. Iteration control structures: for while. Okay, these are the example. So non-positive language means it doesn't allow you to use if and else. For this non-positive and iteration control structures which are will not support for and while conditions. Okay, these are comes under in SQL, structured query language. Okay, then we have discussed about non-procedural language. Then what is procedural language? What is procedural language? Procedural language. If so, same we can write, copy this here. Just only few modifications need to do for procedural language. If any computer language supported control structures and iteration control structure, that type of that type of the type of language is called as non-procedural. I mean procedural here. Procedural language. If any computer language is supported, control structures and iteration control structures, that type of language is called as procedural language. So control structures means if else. Iteration control structures means for while. Next, we have to discuss about Oracle. Oracle is an object-oriented relational database. Object-oriented relational database. What is this object-oriented relational database? Hence, we are going to discuss here about that. So in the above, we have mentioned already. You can copy here. So what is this object-oriented relational database means? The object relational database management system is nothing but which combines features of both relational database management systems and object oriented database management system. Okay, which combine both relational database management system and object oriented database management system. Those are called as an Oracle. Okay, those are called as an object oriented relational database. Okay, so here I'm going to write that here. It combines features of which combines features of both relational database management system and object oriented database management. I am going to write the line from here below. So object oriented database management systems. Object oriented database management systems. Okay, in bracket we can also mention OODBMS. The same way we can also write the short word. Sorry. So this is an ORDBMS. Okay. So a language which combines the features of both relational database management system and object oriented database management systems are called as these Oracle or object oriented relational database. Okay. uh, we are going to discuss about this topic in our upcoming sessions, so you can understand in a better way in our upcoming sessions. Till now it's an introduction class only, so I'm not going in depth on this topic. Okay. Next, what is database? So uh, we have discussed about uh, database we have called so many times database. Okay. Then what is the database? So first of all, we have to know about what is database. Database is a collection of interrelated data. Database is a collection of interrelated data. For example, so here uh, this is also called as an one database. Okay. So here what is relational database? Relational means here serial number 1 is associated to introduction, serial number 2 is associated to introduction to file management system. So 2 is associated to introduction to file management system, 1 is associated to introduction to SQL and PLSQL. 7 is 7 represents this one advantage and disadvantage of DMS. Okay. So this is nothing but a relation. 7 relation with the advantage and disadvantage. One has relation with the introduction to SQL and PLSQL, and 11 has a relation with the features of RDBMS. This is nothing but a relational database management system. For what is if you want to know about database, what is database is nothing but an data which we are going to store permanently in our system. Okay. But in relational database management systems is we are going to represent the data in the form of tables like this. Okay. We are going to represent the data in the form of tables, that is nothing but a relational. So here relation between each and every column and each and every row, uh, each and every column and each and every row will associate with the another. Okay. Will associate with the another. Yeah, and that means it has a relation with the another. So here serial number is associated to topics and course content. Okay. Like that. Okay. So database is a collection of interrelated data. Interrelated data. Next, the key point in this database is collection of collection of data where we can store permanently. Okay. So collection of data which we are going to store permanently. Okay. That is called as an database. Collection of data. Database is nothing but an, we can also call it as collection of data. Data where we can store permanently. which we can store permanently, is called as database. Next thing, so database is a main role in database plays a main role in real-time applications. Database plays a main role in our real-time applications. What are the applications of this database? Okay, we can use in banking applications, we can use in e-commerce applications and insurance, image processing, or machine learning, or AI. Okay, in all kind of these sectors which we are going to use our database. Okay, so those are comes under in applications of SQL or applications of database. Okay, so database plays a main role in real-time applications. So what are those applications? Example, banking applications. In banking applications, what they will store in their database, like our name, account number, okay, and our pin code, and our balance details, our transaction details, which are going to store in their database. Okay, so that is the one application of a database. And the second one is e-commerce applications. We have so many applications for database. If wherever you want to store data, we can use database. So but here I am mentioning only few things. Okay, few applications of database. Next, third one, insurance applications. Fourth one, image processing applications. Fifth one, machine learning. In machine learning. Sixth one, the most trending software technology, that is AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, so in banking applications we are using, in e-commerce applications. Okay, e-commerce applications means like Amazon, Flipkart. Okay, so each and everything. So see these pics and these images. Okay, and all of the data behind this uh, what we call clothes and accessories. Okay, so in order to represent those all in their website, so they need to store this data in their database. Okay, okay, in their database. So if you want to order, or if you want to uh, buy, or if you want to place the order, then you must specify some details. So those type of details also will be stored in database. Okay, those type of details also will be stored in database also. Okay. And insurance, in insurance applications, yeah, what they will store: your name, your nominee name, age, the date of birth, and all they will store. And image processing, in image processing means if you cross the signal while going to home or while going to some office, okay, then the traffic pulse will capture your bike or car number plate. Okay, so then what they will do, they will match that number plate details with the existing database. Okay, then they will find the details about you and that operator and that owner of that vehicle. Okay, so the in order to compare and in order to represent your details, then they will use one database. Okay, and in machine learning and in artificial intelligence, like our chat gpt, deepseek. Okay, of course deepseek is it trending topic only, but some of the countries is not allowing you to use deepseek because of some privacy issues and some terms and conditions. Okay, only few countries is using deepseek. Okay, yeah, this is about introduction of our sql and PLSQL. Uh, so here in our today's session, what we have discussed, first one we have discussed about SQL. SQL is a structured query language. It is an called as a non-processor language because it won't allow any programming features. So it's completely a query-based language. What are the examples of queries? Select, update, insert, delete. So if you want to select a specific row, specific column from your database, like if you want to select only topics column, or if you want to select only fourth row, okay, then you can select only that particular row or particular column by using select and update. If you want to update the data in that particular table, or if you want to insert some new uh, columns or rows, and if you want to delete the existing data, so we can use these queries. And a non-processor, it is a non-processor means which is not supposed to control structures and iteration control structures. What are the examples of control structures? Means if and else, and iteration control structures means for, while, and procedural language. What is procedural language? A language which supports both control structures and iteration control structures. Control structures and iteration control structures. The type of language is called as a procedural language. And next, Oracle. Oracle will be called as an object-oriented relational database. Okay, object-oriented relational database. What is this object-oriented relational database? Means it combines the features of both relational database and object-oriented database management system. Okay, those are a type of features comes under in object oriented relational database. Okay, then we are also knowing about database. What is database? Database is a collection of database is a collection of interrelated data. Okay, a collection of data where we can store permanently. Yeah, so yeah, data we can also store that in permanently, and the database will play a major role in real-time applications. Okay, what are the real-time applications? Banking applications, e-commerce, insurance, image processing, machine learning, and AI. Okay, this is about our today's session. If you have any doubts regarding this session, then please comment below. I hope this video is helpful for you. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for